Hi, welcome to a new video. In this lesson, we're going to talk about one of the most misunderstood parts of cloth 3D, fabric physics. We'll understand what actually controls garment behavior and why. In cloth 3D, garment behavior is not controlled by a single setting. It's the result of three main factors: fabric physical properties, gravity, and simulation. If one of these is wrong, the entire garment will behave unrealistically, no matter how good your pattern is. Let's start with particle distance, because this is where most beginners get confused. Particle distance doesn't control fabric softness, it only controls simulation resolution. Lower particle distance means more calculation points, which results in higher visual accuracy, but also heavier simulation. A fabric with particle distance set to 5 will not magically become more realistic if the fabric properties themselves are incorrect. Particle distance improves detail, not behavior. Fabric weight defines how strongly gravity affects the garment. Lighter fabrics react more easily to movement and often appear more dynamic or unstable if poorly balanced. Heavier fabrics fall faster, create deeper folds, and settle more firmly on the body. A common mistake is keeping the default fabric weight for every garment. In real life, silk and denim don't weigh the same, and they shouldn't include either. Stretch controls how much the fabric resists deformation under force. Wet stretch represents the horizontal direction. Wrap stretch represents the vertical direction of the fabric. If stretch values are too low, the garment becomes stiff and lifeless. If they are too high, the garment behaves like rubber. Bending controls how easily a fabric folds under its own weight. Lower bending values create softer folds, typical of fabrics like silk or chiffon, and higher bending values resist folding and are common in fabrics like denim, leather, or thick cotton. Many users reduce bending too much, thinking it makes the fabric realistic. In reality, it often makes the garment look weak, wet, or structurally incorrect. Soft doesn't mean realistic. Shear defines how the fabric distorts diagonally when force is applied. This is especially important for skirts, bias-cut garments, and flowing silhouettes. If shear is too stiff, the garment will look unnatural and restrictive. If it's too loose, the garment collapses and loses structure. Good shear values are often the difference between an average garment and a professional one. Think of cloth 3D not as a styling tool, but as a physical simulation environment. When you understand cause and effect, you stop guessing and start controlling the garment. That's when your designs begin to look believable.